Well, let's just get this over with. Today absolutely freaking sucked. Hey, fellow traders, it's Black Coffee Trader. It is October 1st, Wednesday, October 1st, and I had a horrifically bad, it feels like a very, very bad red day. I've had worse red days for sure, but basically down about 250 bucks per account. Just everything I touched today turned into a losing trade. Everything. It was just it's so frustrating. And you look back and you see this day, this little whipsaw in the morning, and then we just skyrocket. And we got nothing but freaking red. Yeah, I'm a little bit upset. I really truly am. It's just, how does a day like this, how do you do that? I mean, it's just so frustrating. Let's just walk through it. I'll show you the trades. 0 for 7. In fact, let's look at TradeZella first. I think that might make the most sense, and then we'll dive into the trades. But here's the yucky 4,500. No winners, all losers. 7 trades, averaging $35 a piece in losses. I couldn't get a win. Could not get a win to save my life. So we started the month off on a red note. On the week, we're down pretty bad. Let's look at this week's stats. On the week, we're down $7,000, only a 14% win rate. Nice win to loss average, but 73 winner, 43 loser. Problem is, I'm not winning. I am not getting very many winning trades. So, yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, the setup seemed to be there, and I must have just picked the wrong ones. It was one of those days where it was just like every move I took was incorrect. First trade this morning was a break and retest long opportunity on the NASDAQ. I don't trade the NASDAQ that much just because of the volatility and the volume, but I like this setup, and just simply failed. And then we had this big reversal in the morning, and we bounced right off the prior day's lows, and that was really what set up the move for today. So, and I'm okay with that. That was an okay trade. I mean, the setup was there, was what I was looking for. We retested this 9 EMA on a move to the upside. Everything off of a level there I had marked. Everything looked great. Just didn't work. That's fine. Let's get the second trade. I'm trying to remember what the second trade. Was it the ES trade or was it the Russell trade? I think it was ES. I think this was my second one. Yep, I took a trade here on ES, and this is crazy. I mean, this is crazy. ES does a rocket ship move. I take 2 longs on the ES, both losses. Go figure. Go figure. How do you get it wrong? How do you get it wrong that bad? I hate trading all-time highs. I hate it. I suck at it. The market just does these little, I don't know, just these stupid moves, and I get caught. I mean, this one here, break and retest. I was looking for a break of that wick high, which lined up exactly with the low part of this level that I had marked. This is the 67.35. We had to push higher, took the long right there, had a pretty tight stop on purpose, and I got stopped out. And I mean, the move was still there. We just had a bigger, deeper pullback. We pushed higher. I take another trade right here, take a long on the break and retest of the prior day high. This purple line is the prior day high. Set my stop below the overnight high. Of course, ticks me out there, does a little bit of a dance, and then we continue for another, I don't know what, 30 points on ES. So, just again, death by 1,000 cuts. The first trade there was a $25 loss. The next one was a $43 loss. And then we moved to, I think, the Russell. I took a short on the Russell. What time did I take this trade? This was at 11:12, and the ES trades were at about the same time. Okay, this was sandwiched in between, but I took a Russell short. And here again, we were getting a rejection of the prior day high on the Russell. And I was just looking at this rejection and going, man, this is going to roll over. got the VWAP cross, got the test of it, took the short right here, started to get into profit, and all at once we just go back to the upside. I actually moved my stop above these highs. I had a little bit bigger stop loss than I like on the first entry of a position and got stopped out there for a $63 loss. And then what does the market do? Looks above and comes all the way back down. And I then took another short right here on this continuation, added to the position, took one off here, and then got stopped out for a small loss there. I mean, I think that ended up being like a $20 losing trade because of the add-in. So I started with 2 contracts, took one off, still holding 3, got stopped out at the original entry. And again, this thing just, looks above, comes back down below, and then we do the opposite. Just, ugh. I mean, I was just wrong. I mean, this is all there is to it. I was just wrong. But yeah, it's a day like today. It makes you're like this move right here. Entry, it goes up, has to look above, and then it comes all the way back down. Like it's almost like the market's going, you know what? Let's just creep up and creep up and creep out. Boom! Let's take him out, piss him off real good, then we'll come back down. That's exactly how I felt. Exactly how I felt. I know that's not the case, but it felt that way. And then I took a Dow Jones. This was pretty much the same area. I was watching this fall apart. We had a look above rejection. This is, I think, the Thursday high of day. This was yesterday's high of day. This, I think, was Friday's high of day. Had the VWAP cross occurring there, looking for a bearish move. I didn't take this. I looked at this one here, this little test. I didn't take it. That could have been an okay entry, but it really ended up failing. And I finally took it here on this one as we broke below this. I think this was the Friday high of day. Took this one right here, got the first contract off there, added 2 more, and then we just got stopped out at the initial entry point for a small loss there again. And then the market went to the upside, and at this point I took my last trade right here as we broke back above yesterday's high of day right here. Again, we had a VWAP cross occurring here, kind of change of course. Things were looking good for that. Had a retest here, took the entry long. I actually added somewhere right here and then took 1 contract off up here at the highs. And then this thing rolls over and literally takes me out to the tick. Like takes me out, pushes back up, and then we eventually rolled over, and now we're trading down here below. So it's just everything I did today was incorrect, and is what it is. All I can do is regroup and get back at it tomorrow. The thing that I'm really frustrated, I can handle a loss, but I mean, we've bled away. I've bled away these take profit. I've bled away these Tradeify accounts. I mean, I've got $200 in drawdown left. I mean, I don't want to blow those accounts. I've had them for 40 some days. We just got into too many losses. I don't know. It's just frustrating. I'm frustrated today. Let's just put it that way. And I know it is what it is. We've got to be able to handle that, and it's just difficult when you feel like you're taking good setups and it ends up just you get faked out or didn't see it correctly, and you're just wrong. So oh well, is what it is. I'll be back at it tomorrow, and we'll see if we can put a better day together tomorrow. That's all I can say. Again, all-time highs, I typically just don't trade it that well. For some reason, when the market does this type of move like the ES and the NASDAQ did today, I mean, here we have some profit taking into the day, and we finally get a rollover, but just too late, too little too late. But when the market does this, it's just, I don't know. It just, for some reason, you've got these little whipsaws, and, I wasn't trading the ES and the NQ much. But what happens is, excuse me, when this market, when we're, trading at these all-time highs, it seems like some of these other markets that I do like to trade are not at that level. And like it felt like the Russell really wanted to do a reversal. It wanted to go back down today. I mean, the morning session, it felt that way. We were having difficulty with the high of day. We peaked above it here. We were pushing back down. It just felt like we wanted to go back to the downside, and the setups looked that way. But because of the strength of NQ and ES, we really end up doing, this little whipsaw, which is a account destroying or loss promoting session. And, we finally get a little move here end of day, but it creates just a negative vibe, negative market for me anyway. So, and I guess, maybe in hindsight, looking back, maybe the better thing obviously to do would be to just, trade ES and NQ, which I'm fine with, but if you take a long, you're wrong. Take a long, you're wrong. Like, how does that crap happen? It just, yeah, you can tell I'm frustrated. But anyway, I gotta just move on. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna get after it tomorrow, and I am bound and determined not to lose these accounts. I mean, granted, I typically risk less than $50 per trade on the entry, and I'm actually looking to add in. I'm looking to build a position, and that's how I get a bigger trade typically. But I've got quite a few trades I can probably still take before I actually end up blowing these accounts. But if I've got 7 trades tomorrow, which I'll probably overtraded today, but if I've got 7 losing trades tomorrow, they'll be gone. But I don't plan to do that, obviously. But we'll see what happens. So anyway, I gotta just regroup and get after it. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for following along. Appreciate you supporting the channel. I did forget to change my banners. Apex sale is over, but I do appreciate those of you that used code BCT and those of you that do. Take profit deals still going on. And just again, thanks for following along. Thanks for supporting the channel. And if you don't use my code, that's completely fine. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, following along. So let me know how you did. How'd you do today? Did you do well in today's bullish market? New highs on ES and NQ once again? Or did you fare the same that I did? I hope not, but I'm kind of curious. If you don't mind, throw something in the comments. Let me know how you did today. All right, I'll leave you with that. We'll catch up with you on the next one. Take care, and so long.